Good morning, everyone. We are on our first day of our trip, landed in Poland, and we started here at the Warsaw Ghetto cemetery, surrounded by graves of a generation bygone of Jews who lived and flourished in this city and throughout Poland. This week's Torah portion is Shmini. Shmini is the number 8, and in it talks about the tragic death of the two sons of Aharon, the high priest, Nadav and Avihu. And the Torah tells us that when Aaron experienced the tragic death of two of his 4 sons, Vayidom Aharon, Aaron remained silent in acceptance of God's decree. He could not speak, but he accepted this fate. And there's a lot of silence and meditation and reflection in this cemetery as we think of the atrocities and the Holocaust and the fact that Warsaw was a city that had over 100,000 Jews living in it before the war. But furthermore, Aaron continues his service in the temple despite his tragic loss. And the message that Aaron in this week's Torah portion conveys to each and every one of us is that while 6 million of our brethren were murdered during the Holocaust, we are their living legacy. We carry on their lives. We continue as a Jewish nation. And that's why the name of the Torah portion perhaps is 8, Shemini, because this physical world is the realm of 7 days of the week. But the number 8 represents transcendence, the spiritual realm of Olam Haba, the world to come, where all the souls of those who died here are now residing in Gan Eden in paradise as holy, righteous Jews, whose lives were taken from them against their will. But we carry on their names and live for them in this world, connecting heaven and earth. And when we enter the cemetery, I said to everyone, look around the cemetery and try to find your Hebrew name on a tombstone. And reflect and think about what their life must have been like before the war, and what they endured and what they experienced and what they sacrificed. And then make a resolution that you, carrying their name, will be their living continuity, their living legacy. There's a story told on the night of Passover in one of the ghettos when Jews were being deported to the death camps. A father and a mother conducted a Seder with their son and daughter, David and Sarah. And the children began the Seder by asking the 4 questions. And after the 4 questions, the children said, Abba, Daddy, can we ask you a 5th question? And their father said, sure. And they said, Daddy, Abba, our 5th question is, will we be alive next year to ask the 4 questions once again? And the father, with tears in his eyes, looked at his beloved children, and he said, children, in all honesty, I cannot guarantee you that we will be alive, that you will be alive to ask the 4 questions next year. But what I could guarantee you is that in generations to come, there will always be millions of Davids and millions of Sarahs who will sit around the Passover Seder with their parents and ask the 4 questions. Yes, that is the story of the Jewish people, the story of Aaron. We look at death, we remember death, we reflect on it. And like Aaron, we say, God, in silence we bear the pain. But at the same time, we're determined to carry on their lives. And in this grave, listen to what they would say to us and what message they would convey to us. And surely that would be a message of optimism, of going forward, holding on to the past, but yet going forward into the future. And that's why I am so delighted that from this trip from Poland, which we've just began the first day, we'll be going straight to the land of Israel to see the living embodiment of the continuity of the Jewish people. Have a wonderful day.